Today guys, we've got a Citroen dispatch. Customers reported that when driving certain gears, the vehicle is quite stiff to go into gear. So I've checked the gear selector mechanism, which you do need a assistant with you to move the gears while you check it. They're perfectly fine. You obviously check the clutch, you can see the biting point without stripping it, then that's just the easiest way to check the biting point. Biting point seems fine. So we know that this mechanism itself is actually working fine. I can't show you today because I haven't got an assistant with me. I'm alone today. But yeah, I've already checked that though, and it seems to be working fine. So now we've diagnosed that it's actually an internal fault. So the next thing I done was went for a test drive. The first thing I noticed on the test drive is in certain gears, the noise, it makes like a whining noise, which the customer didn't actually pick up on, which I did. The higher the gear, the higher the whining noise. So common thing would be check the gearbox oil, because maybe there's not enough oil going to the cogs, because inside the gearbox you've got so many cogs, bigger and smaller for each gear. So my assumption is either A, she needs more oil, or either B, bearings in the cogs of the gears inside the gearbox are faulty. Obviously we're going to try and save as much money as possible, so the first thing we'll do is change the oil, and we'll go from there. And then another thing, just it's a shortcuts in this trade I've learnt, they don't actually work, but this stuff here I've used in the past and it's actually very, very good. As you can see, cleaning lubricates all sticking valves and prop shifting, renews worn bands, stop slipping. So it's quite good in that sense. It's quite good for the oil anyway, even if it doesn't do anything, at least it protects the oil. So now we're going to go underneath and drain the oil and see how many litres of oil come out. If less oil comes out, then that was the problem. And on this van I believe it's 1.9 to 2 litres of oil that goes in here. Go check order data, but even if it's 1.9 you put 2 litres in, ain't gonna do no harm. Any more than that, then you gotta worry. I decided not to put that old oil back in, use a new oil, but as you can see somebody's put the wrong oil in. I've checked the technical data, it's 7580, which I've got. So I'm presuming they put the wrong oil in. I've ordered my oil to the registration, so I don't buy in bulk. A lot of garages, they buy in bulk and they end up making mistakes. They try to save money by buying in bulk in oil, but they end up making mistakes and putting the wrong lubricants in the vehicles, or wrong parts, or whatever you want to call it. Specifically ordered to the register, like that I can't make a mistake. If I do make a mistake, my suppliers give me the wrong stuff, but you will check it over on your data. I've got auto data in the office and I've checked it and I've got the right oil, so that's good. Maybe this could have caused the gearbox to go faulty. Maybe. Can't say 100%, but maybe. So we're going to add this now. We're going to put, according to order, we're going to put in 1.9 litres of oil. So I'm going to put this in along with my Lucas. So once you've put your oil in through there, there's a little pinhole in there, and you pump it through, but my pump broke unfortunately, so I had to put it in manually. So the black part underneath it, I unscrewed it, got a long pipe and then the bottle, and poured it in manually. Unfortunately I did make a bit of a mess, but it's done now. So now you have to run it, make sure it's warm, drive it, make sure it's not leaking. To be honest with you, I just want to go home, so I can't bother to record anymore. And I've got a big mess to clean because I dropped oil on the floor. And that's it, over and out, bye.